So, I'm really excited today because a coworker brought me this. She went to college and one of the classes she took was a linguistics course. And she brought me the textbook because she doesn't need it anymore and she's going to let me borrow it and read through it. If you know anything about me, you know how much I love languages. So this is going to be really, really cool to sit down and study. 700 and some pages worth of linguistics information. This is going to be awesome. But first, me and Tracy are going to eat. Then my buddy Madison's coming up. We're going to play some Madden. We've been playing against each other. I've won once. He's won once. I'm going to laminate a piece of paper so I can make a little whiteboard so we can keep our score tallies on it. It's going to be a fun day. Before I eat, I'm going to trim my mustache when I eat. You see, I don't know if you can tell, like right here, it's long enough to where it gets into my mouth. See? And that's pretty disgusting, so I'm going to trim that real quick. That feels much better. I should be able to eat in peace now without eating my own hair.
I want to say he was like I gave him the most fantasy points last year.
I don't know who I'm going to be.
No idea.
Random team tells me to be the Texans. I'm going to be the Texans. I'm just going to go with random team.
To the middle of the field and you break it away to that corner, but that was well
executed. One more snap and it'll wrap it up.
Osweiler to a knee and that should wrap this one up.
Super tough game. Nice back and forth. I was the Texans, Madison was the Colts. I got the win. Who knows? That will probably change next time. Round two, we've got the Dolphins versus the Lions. At halftime, look at the amount of turnovers. Do you see this? Turnovers. 6. Oh my God. I lost 24-14. I finished the game with 6 turnovers, so I didn't turn the ball over in the second half, but finished the game with a combined 10 turnovers. So me and Madison are 2-2. We both won 2 games over the course of the last couple of days when we played. Man, I struggled so much in that game. I don't know what the deal is. I had two fumbles and 4 picks. Everything that I was throwing, it was doing that thing where if you've played Madden, you know what I'm talking about. Like, they'll catch it, but then they just immediately drop it. But like, dude, they were getting like kicked up in the air and like all kinds of stuff. Oh my God, it was so frustrating. So I lost, which is fine. But also with that performance, probably never, ever, ever, like, I know it's a game, but I'll probably never play with the Dolphins again because it was just everything. Tannehill fumbled twice and recovered it. So hypothetically, I could have ended the game with 8 turnovers, but man, it's just, oh, it was so brutal. Anyway, Madison had some cake because it was his birthday, so I'm going to eat some cake and watch some wrestling. So quick update, tomorrow we're going to begin, well, I don't know if Tracy's going to, but I am going to begin working on the nursery. You see, the main issue right now is this treadmill. I keep meaning to call my brother and get him to help me move it, and I just keep forgetting. But tomorrow we're going to move it from in here just to, like right over there, just to have it out of the way. That way we can start moving stuff from the main bedroom back there into the nursery. So today was a no-go on the nursery just because we had some other stuff to do. Tomorrow, as soon as I get home from work, we're going to start, or at least I am. Trey, you going to help me with that nursery tomorrow, or is it just me? You are? So there you go. Tomorrow, the nursery will, it will commence being cleaned and got ready. It will be ready for the baby when the baby gets here. So pretty pumped about that. So I got to create a little schedule for me and Madison and our game of sorts that we play. So I'm going to create that real quick. Alright, so I will be S for Seabolt. Madison will be M, obviously for Madison. And we will go wins. There we go. Oh, gotta mark them. Gotta use a neutral color. Just gonna use black. Madison has 2 wins, and I have 2 wins. So pretty even so far. This series will probably continue, and when I say probably, I mean it will. And I'm a bigger fan of playing while at home. Like, I'm a bigger man, sorry about that. My face was completely out of the camera there. I'm a bigger fan of playing here, like at my house or at anywhere where it's local, because online still, like, it doesn't matter what they do, there's always like slightest. It's barely noticeable, but it's just enough to screw you up with a little bit of lag. I mean, it's like a millisecond, but it's enough to screw it up. So, and I'm sure with the college football season, like when he comes up to watch some football, we will probably play a game or two so we can keep that tally going. Also, I know I'm kind of jumping around here, but that just came on and it reminded me, like, I've seen where people in wrestling always complain that wrestling's not like it used to be, and oh man, I sure wish it was like it was in the 80s and the 90s, and then like something like this happens where like a jobber or enhancement talent comes on to make a guy look good, and they're like, oh, that's stupid, why do they bring a jobber in? It should be a real match. That's a complete contradiction, because if you watch wrestling in the early 90s and even later 90s, you will know that on their main they save the matches for pay-per-view. Raw, specifically, I vividly remember, and you can watch it on the network, not getting paid for that, but hook me up WWE, most of the matches on Raw were squash matches, so you can't say that you hate stuff like this, but want wrestling to be like it used to be, because this is how it used to be. Just something I've, kind of saw here lately. Hey Trey, do you remember where I put those notebooks? Are they in this room? Yeah, I found it. So, the main thing I wanted this notebook for, I'm going to show you. So what I've got, started a notebook entry. Here's the date, how many days left until the baby's here, did I work out that day, how many calories I ate that day. Keeping a notebook, and I will probably fill in some little information like, oh, what did I feel like, could I have done better here or there. This is going to be a journal for me to keep myself accountable for the next 103 days and or until the baby gets here and or until after, or at least I can drop some weight. Now, I have a Spanish class coming up in 9 minutes. After that, I've got to edit this video, and then after that, guess what? I'm not going to bed. I am going to work out. I don't know if any of that will be filmed for you guys, but I am going to work out. And you'll be able to tell if I'm being truthful or not, because I'm going to write it down in here. I will at least acknowledge in the video if I've worked out, or try to on a daily basis, but obviously you'll be able to see if I'm getting skinnier and or if I'm maintaining being a giant fat dude. So that's that. With that being said, it's about time to log on to my Spanish class, and I'm going to do that. So I'll see you guys here in a few. Alright guys, just got out of my Spanish class. It is 11 o'clock. So I'm going to edit this together for you guys. Got to get my workout in. It's going to be a late night, but it's going to be fun. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow.